Hi, this is Dr. Zavash, and today I'll be going over some specific stretches for the knee. These stretches are designed for people that they have chronic or persistent knee pain around the joint, which are caused by consistent tightness of the muscles that they support the knee, which are calves, shins, quads, hamstrings, outer or lateral thigh muscles, or inner thigh muscles. And we're gonna go over these stretches one by one. You're gonna be holding them for about 20 to 30 seconds, and you should be doing them at least 5 to 6 times each day to make them effective. All right, let's begin. All right, I'm gonna start by stretching the shin muscles. These are the muscles that they run alongside your legs. They start from the knee, they go all the way down to the foot, and the way to stretch them, you sit something on a low platform or on the floor. You keep your knees kind of straight, feet shoulder length apart, and what you're gonna do is that you're gonna press your toes all the way in, and then you're gonna bring them together. You're not gonna bring your feet together, you're gonna bring your toes, you're gonna kind of turn your feet together, and you should feel a stretch on the outside of your legs. You're gonna hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then you're gonna be doing this 4 to 5 times. So you basically start from this position, and then you're gonna bring your toes together. Make sure the toes are pointing down and facing each other, and you should feel the stretch right there. And this is a stretch for the shin muscles. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. The other stretch is for your calf muscles. Calf muscles starts from the back of the knee, and they go and attach to the heel, which makes Achilles tendon. And the best way to stretch them is you come close to a wall, you put your foot against the wall just like this, and you're gonna lean your body towards the wall, and you should feel the stretch from the back of the knee all the way down to the heel. You're gonna hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds, and you're gonna do them 4 to 5 times. When you're done, you relax it, and then you're gonna repeat it again, just like this one. And then obviously you do them on both sides. Just like this one. The other way to stretch the calf muscle is by lunging, and how you start, you take a big step, and then you lean forward. The leg that is behind, you're gonna press the heel all the way down to the floor. If you need to reposition yourself, you can go ahead and do it, but make sure the knees are straight and the heel is pressing down. And you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, and you're gonna be doing this 4 to 5 times. When you're done, you go back, and then you switch legs, you go forward, and then make sure the heel is planting down into the floor, the knees are straight, and you can reposition yourself for better stability. And then you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. And when you are done, you're just gonna be repeating this for 4 to 5 times. Now we're gonna move to the next stretch. Now the next stretch is for the quads, which is a big muscle, and it starts from the hip, and it goes and attaches to the knee. And the way you stretch it is you hold on to a wall or some sort of support, you grab your ankle, and you bring it all the way back. One thing that you have to pay attention to this one is that your upper body should be straight. You don't want to hold it like this. You want to make sure that the upper body is straight, and you pull it all the way back, and you should feeling the stretch from here all the way there, and sometimes you can feel it around the kneecap as well. So you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you are done, don't just drop it. Slowly bring it down, and then you switch to the other side. You hold on to something for support, you grab your ankle, and you pull it all the way back. And make sure your upper body is straight, and you pull this one as far as you can. You hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you are done, you slowly drop it in, and then you go back and forth to the left and right leg. You hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds, 3 or 4 times on each side. Then we're gonna move on to the next quad stretch. Another way of stretching the quad is that you basically sit in this position. if for comfort, you can leave some sort of a cushion underneath your kneecap. Basically, you start from this position. You're gonna kneel down. The other foot should be straight. Toes should be pointing outwards. This knee should be bending 90 degrees. And basically what you're gonna do is that you're gonna basically press forward, just like that. And you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. You should be feeling the stretch around here. If you want a stronger stretch, you're gonna move your foot a little bit forward and you're gonna lean a little bit all the way there. And you should feel the stretch all the way. And you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you're done, you go back and you start in this position. Make sure the toes are pointing outwards. Put your foot pretty much straight and you're gonna shift forward and you should feel the stretch right there. If you're not feeling it, just move your foot a little bit further and lean forward. And then at the same time, make sure your upper body is straight. You hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds and you should do this 4 to 5 times. Now we're gonna move to the next stretch. The other important muscle that really influences the knee is the hamstrings. Hamstrings are two muscles that starts from the hip and they come and attach on either side of the knee. And it's very important to stretch it because this is the muscle that gets tight very quickly. And this is one of the ways to stretch it. You sit like this and you're gonna bend one leg like this and you'll be basically reaching for the other toe. At the same time, you wanna point your toes towards your body to get the maximum stretch of the hamstrings. This one also will stretch your calves as well. So you're gonna do 2 stretch with 1 movement. And then when you're reaching forward, you can just hold on to your leg as an anchor and just hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you are done, just relax your foot and switch positions. And same thing, make sure the toes are pointing towards you and you're kind of slowly moving forward until you get the stretch. You anchor your hand into your leg and you just hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. And when you are done, you just relax it and you will be repeating these 2 stretches 4 to 5 times. The other way of stretching the hamstrings are basically you stand and you're gonna be reaching for your toes, which is very simple. Make sure the knees are a little bit locked and you go as far as you can go and you just hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds. You should be feeling the stretch on the back of the hamstrings. The third stretch for the hamstrings are you stand, you put your feet basically a little bit wider than your shoulders and you're gonna be reaching for each toes. You hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you're done, come up, just relax it, and then you're gonna be reaching for the other one. And you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. At the same time, you will feel the stretch on the back of your calves as well. So this is again another good stretch for calves and hamstrings. Now we're gonna move to the next stretch. All right, the next stretch is for IT band. IT band is a fascia that it starts from the hip, goes all the way and attaches to the kneecap. For people that they have chronic knee pain, usually this is the fascia that it's very tight, and I'm gonna show you how to stretch it using the foam roller. Basically, you put the foam roller in the middle of your carpet or your mat. The side that you wanna stretch, the middle of the thigh goes on it. The other leg crosses over. Using your hands, you're gonna guide your thigh over the foam roller. It's going to be painful, but it's very effective. And you can kind of rotate your leg just to get the pressure from the foam roller onto the quads, IT band, and a little bit on the hamstrings. But make sure you do not go over the bony tissues, which are your hips or your knee. You just want to roll it in between on the fascia. And then I'm going to show you onto the other leg. So again, the leg that you want to stretch goes right on the middle. The other leg crosses over. Make sure this leg, the knee is straight, and you're just gonna push it back and forth. And you're gonna be doing this for about 4 to 5 times, and you're gonna be repeating this probably once a day. All right, this is a stretch for the inner thigh muscles, which are the muscles that mostly gets ignored. No one strengthening them and no one stretches them. But they are very important because they come from the hip and they attach to the inner side of the knee. And sometimes them being weak or too tight, it can actually affect the pain in your knee. And this is one of the ways that you can stretch them. You sit like this, you put your feet together, you grab your toes, and you're gonna push your knees all the way downwards. Sometimes you can use your elbows to press them down, or sometimes you can just press your knees all the way into the floor, and you should feel the stretch around here. You hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds, and you'll be doing them 4 to 5 times each day. Another way to stretch the inner thigh muscles, which again starts from the hip and it goes and attaches to the inner knee joint, is you put your feet a little bit wider than the shoulders, and then you're gonna lean to one side. Make sure the other foot is kind of planted into the floor, and you should feel the stretch alongside of your thigh. You hold it for about 15 to 20 seconds, or for better effectiveness, 20 to 30 seconds. When you are done, slowly come up, and then you switch to the other side. And you should feel a nice stretch all the way down. Sometimes you can feel it on the inner side of your knee, which is really good. That means they're stretching the knee. And when you're done, again, you go back and forth, hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds, 4 to 5 times on each side. Another way of stretching your quad is you go into this position as the one I showed you before. Toes should be pointing outwards, and what you will do is that you bring your leg up, you grab it, and then you're gonna lean forward, and you should feel a nice stretch around your quad muscles. You hold them for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you are done, slowly let your leg down, and then you're gonna switch positions. Just like this one, make sure the toes are pointing outward. You're gonna bring your leg up, you grab your ankle, and then you're gonna lean forward in this position. And you should be feeling the stretch alongside of the quad muscle, which is a muscle in front of your thigh. You hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you are done, you just have to repeat it 4 to 5 times. All right, another way to stretch the IT band, again, which starts from the hip and goes and attaches to the kneecap, which is most responsible for the chronic knee pain, is the leg that you want to stretch comes closer to the wall, and then this one goes all the way back. With your forearm, you're gonna support your back and your body, and make sure the knee is straight, and you'll be feeling the stretch all the way around. You hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then when you're done, you switch to the other side. Again, support your body using the elbow. The leg that you want to stretch goes behind, and you're going to be holding it like this. Make sure the knees are straight, and you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you are done, you're going to be repeating this 4 to 5 times. The stretches that we went over them together are very important for people that they have chronic knee pain, and it's important for them to do them on daily basis in order to be effective. But before you start doing these stretches, talk to your healthcare provider and show them these stretches, and make sure your knee is ready to be stretched. All right, till next time, bye-bye.